Hey, it's Mercedes Mike again. Final day of my trip. I'm going out to Nia Bay, or as close as I can get, and then I'm heading home. So I have about 8 hours on the road, roughly, and the truck's falling apart. Unbelievable. This morning, I went to move it, and the power steering was just freaking out. Really bad. 17,000 miles. I haven't added a drop to the power steering fluid, and it just started freaking out. Whining and freaking, oh my God. So, I shut it off right away. And I filled it up with fluid. It was all foamy inside, and
turn left.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty ugly. But I filled it up. It was fine. Now, I don't know if you can hear this. Maybe not. Something squeaky, kind of grindy squeaky. I don't know what it is. Like it's a wheel bearing or something. I don't know. It's a good thing that this trip is over. I don't know how far further this thing will go the way it is. This thing has 262,000 miles on it and change. And I've never done the wheel bearings. I've never done any of the CV axles. There's a lot of the suspension I haven't done. I did the lift on it. I just left the old control arms and the old ball joints and all that stuff. And now all the boots are ripped. I mean, they've been ripped for like 10,000 miles. But yeah, I mean, this thing's gonna need some pretty extensive attention to continue gambling it at the pace that I have been driving this thing. I mean, obviously this last 2 months has been madness, but before this trip, I had over 40,000 gambler miles on this thing, going to and from events and off-road and everything else. So this rig's been around the block a bunch of times. I have a lot of seat time in it now. But anyway, I have a pretty good splitting headache. My neck hurts like hell. I'm driving my almost broken car to a place that's probably closed. It's a great day. Yes, I am in no way complaining. This trip has been a gift and just fantastic, almost all the way around. I mean, just shining moment after shining moment, really. Just very little has been bad. And for a trip this long in distance and in time, that's pretty impressive. So I'm really happy, and I'm really happy that people are watching this and they're interested in it. I mean, it's my first foray into the YouTube world, whatever. I don't know if I'm even really cut out for it, but it's really cool to see that there's 200 people out there that hit the subscribe button, and I still get comments every day from people watching my silly mug on this computer screen or phone screen or whatever you're watching it on. I know a couple of you guys are watching it on the big screen, which is just awesome. But yeah, here we go. I'm on the 101. It says 101 West, but 101 is a north-south road, so what that even means, I don't know. But yeah, I got an hour and 40 minutes to wherever Nia Bay is on the GPS, wherever it dropped me. Obviously when I get close, I'll be following signs, but keep on rolling. Last day. Crazy. See you guys in a bit. Alright, I just entered Clallam Bay. This is way up there, guys. I don't think it gets any further north on this peninsula. It's just way out of the way, kind of like those places in Maine that I was at. They're kind of isolated in a way. You don't just pop down to the mall when you're here. It's kind of a big deal. So I'm getting pretty close. I'm under 5 miles here. to what the GPS says Nia Bay is. I'm definitely seeing some pretty stunning views. And the road is getting more and more atrocious. It's just killing me. But whatever. Hi.
What are you up to?
Good. I'm going up to Cape Flattery.
So unfortunately, Cape Flattery is part of Nia Bay, and Nia Bay is shut down. We're only open to Nia Bay residents and Macaw tribal members.
I can't even drive through?
No.
Oh gosh.
One way in, one way out.
Okay.
Alright, I'll just have you turn around right there at the yellow sign.
Thanks. Well, that's it. Oh well. That's a bummer. Let me see where I made it to. So, let me see here. So I got to here. And that's pretty far up. I mean, there isn't a lot more northwest you can go from here. So, just gonna have to call this good. That's it. So now it's just heading home. I anticipated that, but I am so far north and west. I'm absolutely happy calling this the northwest corner. There's a couple spots up here that had some really good views. I'll stop and get those. Let's see what I can see here. A little bit. Tell you what, this place is pretty trashed. There's trash everywhere. Yeah. No view here. I'm too far into the weeds here. There's a couple of spots I saw on the way I definitely want to get photos of. Maybe some video. Yeah, I'm not crawling into the weeds today. I'm not in the mood. So much foliage and it's sprinkly and wet and too cranky to be doing that. Oh yeah, here we go. Well, I guess I can turn these cameras off. See you in a bit. So I pulled off the road down here and went out to this little dead end. Kind of close to the road, but very off-road. There's another gate over here I can't quite get through. There's a little spot that goes around, but it's definitely Jeep trail. But there's you know, there's trash everywhere here. It's disappointing. Being back in Washington, I'm looking everywhere. I feel like I could spend the rest of my life picking up trash. It's pretty disgusting and pretty disappointing, especially after being all over this country and seeing that most states got it right, you know, and you can talk about population, you can talk about whatever, but I don't know, sense of entitlement maybe? I don't know. Pretty disgusted about it. Anyway, gotta pick up some trash. That's a fair amount. Actual pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses out here. Not my type or style, but throw them in the glove box as a spare. Maybe someone will need them. So, yeah, I got a double bag it, of course. These bags I bought suck. That's a lot for one little corner. I mean, I'm looking out here. I could spend 2 hours out here by myself. Well, all right, guys. That's trash in Washington. Been running around off-road for a little bit. Said something about Big Mountain Trail or something to that effect. Seemed like a cool cool road, but I ended up at a dead end in a clear-cut forest. So I was kind of disappointed. Didn't see any big mountain or anything. And, you know, it is a pretty drive though. A little bit of, like right here is a lot of shade. Of course, this part isn't clear-cut, but a whole bunch of it was. I put an Instagram post up a little bit ago of the dead end. All right, so what's this called? Lone Mountain. That's what it says. Lone Mountain. Whatever, man. Well, anyway. Less than 3 hours to home. I'm looking forward to it. Quit messing around and, you know, like I see this sign and I want to go. ADD moments, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just the gambler in me. The explorer. Olympic National Forest. I didn't see it, whether that said leaving or entering, but I think it's leaving. Because I think I'm getting closer to the Aberdeen area. But anywho, now that we're back on the pavement, I'm gonna let you go for a while. See you in a bit. Well, rolling down the I-5, just like any other day, less than an hour from home. This feels good. It's good to be back in my own area here, my home area. I mean, this trip has just been epic, amazing, but long, very long. I haven't spent this long away from home, gosh, probably since I was in the Navy. That's been a long time ago. The list of people I visited is really long. I'm going to have to put a list up. And, you know, to all the people I didn't get to visit on the way, sorry, maybe next time. There may be a next time, who knows? So I'll get an exact mileage later, but I have traveled well over 17,000 miles on this trip. So while it is true that this isn't some amazing feat of nature or whatever, for me this is a lot of miles in a short period of time. And especially in this car, this thing, this gambler. You know, it's really worth its salt under the skin. You know, it's taken a ton of abuse, even on this trip. You know, and I can't say it's let me down. That's, I mean, the design of the location of the alternator is a little annoying, and there's already talk of some people helping me make a little splash plate for it. But, you know, it's held up remarkably well. You know, it still turns in decent fuel economy numbers when I keep the speed down, despite being lifted and having 3 different types of tires on it, and, you know, the alignment's off. It's, well, it wouldn't be long, honestly, before the ball joints and control arm bushings start to fail. They're all exposed now. They've been ripped and torn up. Of course, my struts are blown in the back, and the new shocks that I put on in Wichita are blown. I'm not recommending Rancho shocks to anyone. You know, I had said before, well, you know, I had the wrong shocks on here before, so I got shocks that were actually rated for heavier than what this is. These shocks were for a Hummer H2, which is a lot heavier than this, in the front especially, and they're blown. They're nearly completely blown. Not impressed. I will not buy Rancho products again. Nope. So we're talking about things that broke. My radio broke. It tunes the stations, but it doesn't play them. I don't know, something internally. Still plays tapes. That broke. There was something else too. Anyway, mostly all dumb stuff. Couple of big things. Nothing that left me properly stranded. Oh, right. My passenger side motor mount for the engine is broken. The rubbers is separated. Now I've replaced the driver's side one about a year ago. And that's the one that always tears free in these. And you know, a lot of guys say, oh, you know, always replace your motor mounts in pairs. You know, I haven't found that to be true in an off-road vehicle. I've helped a lot of friends with off-road vehicles, and then now owning this thing. That other one got almost a year. I mean, an extra year. You know, your passenger side motor mount on a rear drive isn't as crucial as the driver's side one. All the torque that your engine makes pulls on that driver's side one when you're accelerating. So, I mean, yes, they're both important, but the driver's side one is more important, in my opinion. Now, on my E-classes and all of my cars, yeah, I do them both, because they're fluid filled and they're special, and yeah, I just do those. But these are rubber and metal. It's fine. Okay, well, this is my street. This is where I live. So I'm really close. I'm within a mile. It will be nice to be home. For sure. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for everything. Really appreciate it. The support you guys gave me in this trip, it helped a lot. What is this? Okay, sure. Whew. Gotta get the weed eater out. Oh, look at this. There's my Maserati. Oh, that'll be a fun channel. You guys will get a kick out of that. Oh no. Wow. Thanks for watching. See you later.